Okay, so this video is going to be about Old Joe Clark, the simple version of the melody. And yeah, I'll play through it, talk about it a little bit, and show the chords and all that good stuff. Okay, starting on the open E string, all downstrokes unless I specify otherwise. Important to remember. Open E, second fret E, third fret, and then back down. Second, open. First phrase to practice. And then we're going to go 5th fret A, 4th fret A. So all together. Okay. Next phrase starts the same way. O, 2, 3, 2, O. But instead of going down to the A string, we just play another open E. So it sounds like this. Let me tune a bit here. Okay. And then it does the first phrase again. So far we've got then the first phrase again. The one that goes down to the A string, 5-4 on the A string. And then the final phrase. So you think of it in 4 parts. First and third are the same. Second is similar to those, but ends with just an open E, so it's a little easier. And then the final one is totally different, but not very difficult. Probably the most difficult one out of the bunch, but still not super hard. Open A, 4th fret A, 2nd fret A, and here's the tricky part. So that's O, 4, 2 on the A string. And now we've got to reach to the 5th fret on the D string, straight from the 2nd fret A. So, and then open A to finish. So open, 4, 2, 5, D, open A. So all together, A part. And play an extra open A at the end. Kind of helps keep the flow. Okay, next we're going to talk about the B part. And these, so the whole A part is just downstrokes. This will have a couple of ups. So, and this is kind of a tricky picking pattern for a lot of beginners. There's several ways we can approach this. Which is what we call the run pony. It's a quarter note followed by 2 eighth notes and then repeats. So run, pony, run, pony, run, pony, down, down, up, down, down, up. Because we have the quarter note, we are going to play 2 downs in a row versus eighth notes, we would play down, up. That pause allows us to keep the momentum going by skipping the string on the way up to effectuate the pause and then playing another down. So quarter notes, eighth notes. So we can do that, and that's totally a valid way to play this. Another way, which is the way I like, but you can do either one. And by the way, the end of that is open E, 5th fret, 4th fret. Those are all downs. 5th fret, 4th fret, A string. So open E, 5th A, 4th A. The other way is a dotted quarter note, which is a little bit trickier. So we're going to play down. We're going to skip the up, skip the down, and then play up, down. So it'll go like this. Down, fake up, fake down, up, down. The pattern, full speed, goes So this is something to practice just by itself. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's definitely a little tricky. Down, fake up, fake down, up, fake down, or sorry, down, up, down, up, down, down. So obviously if I didn't play, but I said up or down, that means you just keep the hand moving. The goal is to keep the hand moving the whole time, to keep our pattern going. Because if we have long pauses and we just kind of stop, we might be tempted after a down to go up in a place where we should go down again, or vice versa. So if we keep the hand moving, that makes sure that we're going to play downstrokes on the downbeats and upstrokes on the upbeats. So that pattern. So practice that. And then it goes, that little phrase from before, open E, 5th fret A, 4th fret A. Those are all downs, those 3 notes. And then do the same pattern on the open A string. And this one's pretty easy, just 2 downstrokes, quarter notes on the 5th fret of the D string. So half notes, excuse me, not quarter notes. But you get the idea. Okay, so that whole part. And does the same thing as the first time. So again, think of it in 4 parts. We've got first and third the same, second one slightly different, and then the fourth one is going to be the same as the fourth one from the A part. So after this, you pretty much learn the whole tune. Same as the first part of the B part. And then that same ending from the A part. O, 4, 2, 5 on the D string, open A. So A string, O, 4, 2, 5, D, open A. Okay, whole B part all together. I'll play it slow. Okay, now the whole tune. Where we play A parts and B parts twice. B part. Again. Okay, so now for the chords, we're going to go, I'm going to show you sort of 2-finger chords, the basic sort of open strum chords that we do. There are also obviously chop chord versions of these chords, but the chords in the song, we're in the key of A, so we're going to play a lot of A. Sorry, my screen went dark. We're going to play a lot of A, obviously, and then we're going to play E, or E7, which is first fret on the G string, open D, second fret A, and then open E. Obviously A, I think everyone knows, is second G, second D, open A, open E. You can also bar it like I do, but you kind of have to push down your finger like this so that the open A and E can ring out. Or do the two fingers stacked on top of each other. Okay. So it goes bum, 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 bum. Just holds A for a while. Bum, 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 bum. Goes E for 2. And that's when you hear that, those two half notes on the open E string in the melody. That's where you play boom, chuck, and then back. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. So just one E at the end. And this is a really common chord progression in fiddle tunes, which is in the first half, we'll have a 5 chord, which goes to the end of the bar. So if we think of a measure as having 4 boom chucks, you'd have 2 boom chucks of the root, which in this case is A, and then 2 boom chucks to finish the measure of the 5 chord, which in this case is E. So that's what happens in the first half. In the second half, a lot of times we want to get back to the root chord before the end of the measure. And so we'll do the same thing. Start with 2 A's in the first half of the last measure. Only play 1 5 chord this time. So then E, and then we'll go back to A. So basically the easy way to think about it is first half of a section, an A part or a B part, we'll have 2 5 chords at the end. Second half, we'll have 1 5 chord at the end. So let me play that for you again. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 2 5 chords, back. Bum, 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 bum. 1 and 5 and back. Okay, I realized I misspoke actually. It's 1 A chord, 1 E chord, and then 2 A chords at the end of the measure. Okay. So yeah, the B part chords are really the same thing, except that we replace the first E chord with a G chord, which everyone knows. So it's exactly the same, but instead of playing E for those 2 in the first half, we'll play G. But at the end, we're still doing the A, E, A, A. Okay. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum. G for 2. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. 1 A, 1 E, 1 A. A part. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. E for 2. A. Dun, 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 dun. A. E. A for 2. Start over. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. E for 2. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, E for 1. Back to A. Now B part. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Bum, ba-dum. G for 2 this time. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Bum, 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 bum. E for 1. A for 2. B part again. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. G for 2. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. E for 1 and back. Bum, bum. Okay, Hope that helped.